And there you have the complete YouTube iceberg. This video was a massive undertaking as it required a lot of writing and research, so I appreciate you watching, and any support you could give the video would be greatly appreciated. And hopefully I didn't miss anything big.
Okay, perhaps I was more hopeful than I should have been. Greetings, dear viewer. We meet once again to discuss the dark, mysterious side of the YouTube platform. As it turns out, there's even more that lies under what I could remember and found when creating my first Iceberg video. So let's dive even deeper into the murky depths and explore the YouTube iceberg again. Before we begin, I want to make a quick correction. In my last video, I had a short segment talking about shadow banning, and I used iDubbbz and MaxMoFo as examples. Well, that entry wasn't 100% correct, as it turns out, you can find iDubbbz's channel through searching, and the reason MaxMoFo's Pokemon channel comes up before his first channel is because it's more active. I wanted to use Leafy as an example of shadow banning since he was the prime example of it, but I can't do that now, can I? With that out of the way, let's begin. Justin Y. Justin Y is an enigmatic YouTube commenter who can be easily found as the author of some of the top comments on popular YouTube videos. He's like a YouTube Slenderman, or just everywhere you go, you'll typically see him as one of the top comments. As a product of his recognizability, a theory has formed that states that Justin uses a like bot to get the top comment on each video he comments on, and some even theorize that his channel is being used as a case study for a company to advertise their like bot system. I personally think that the reason why he always gets the top comment is because people just love to like comments that reference stupid, overdone meme formats from Reddit. Hell, a number of my comments I've made on videos have also gotten high amounts of likes as well, particularly in my home turf of videos about rhythm games, so it's not like it's hard or anything. With all that said, if Justin Y doesn't comment on this, I will be very disappointed. Reply girls. Man, how'd I forget about this one? During the years of around 2012 and 2011, an epidemic had overrun YouTube. On YouTube, droves of women wearing shirts and blouses emphasizing their cleavage were beginning to make video after video at a rapid rate. These videos would be short, vapid videos talking about a popular video made by channels like the Yogscast or Ray William Johnson, and they would use nearly the same title and the same tags as those videos that they would reply to. Due to the similar metadata, the videos made by reply girls would clog the recommendations of the original videos, something that harmed the YouTube platform for everyone else. Due to their negative impact to the user experience, it was one of the big contributing factors to the creation of the audience retention system, which promoted videos based on how long people were watching for. And yeah, that's it for the first layer. Daddy05. Daddy05 was the name of a YouTube channel run by Mike Christopher Martin. The channel featured content featuring his family, often showing them playing pranks on each other. Conceptually, this channel doesn't sound so bad, but in actuality something worse was happening. Often these videos depicted the children being physically harmed and abused, all played up for comedy as they would scream in terror. It's incredibly disturbing to watch. In early 2017, the channel released an invisible ink prank, which caused controversy online. When Philip DeFranco broke the story, it created a tidal wave online, and it shed a lot of light on the situation. The parents of the channel would go on to face criminal charges for the abuse of the children, and 3 of their channels have been terminated. Despite this, the family still has an official website and are allegedly the owners of the Team DO5 Fans YouTube channel. Poppy. Poppy, or That Poppy, is a YouTube channel that features some strange videos. They often showcase a girl with the shot focused on her face, saying some odd, nonsensical things while in a vacant room, as eerie music plays in the background. Naturally, when the internet witnessed this, they were intrigued to say the least, and wanted to understand what the point of these videos were. And like the Marina Joy situation, people asked if the girl was okay. As it turns out, the girl's name is Mariah Perea, a musician on YouTube who's been creating music on the platform for a long time. In 2014, she debuted her new persona, an enigmatic girl surrounded by an eerie, slightly creepy atmosphere. For this venture, Mariah worked with another artist by the name of Titanic Sinclair, as he directed her new batch of videos that would accompany her new music. The videos pretty clearly take jabs at social media and celebrity culture, particularly that of a modern age, and try to act as a critique of it. That's really all there is to That Poppy. I don't understand why people felt the need to tell me to mention this on this list. it's just really not that deep. Behind the Meme Suicide. Behind the Meme was a YouTube channel created by Kyle Bryce in 2016 and sought to uncover the origin and history of internet memes. His presentation style was that of an inoffensive, marketable persona, making his content approachable to many. However, many people began to dislike or outright hate Behind the Meme for his style of content, citing it as boring and stale and emphasizing how his content harmed the quality of internet memes as a whole. Over time, Behind the Meme began to deteriorate under the surmounting pressure from the backlash. After a hiatus, Behind the Meme began uploading a 5-part series of videos. These videos were vlogs where Kyle spoke in a detached, unnerving manner. He discussed things such as the hate and harassment levied towards him. As the series progressed, he began featuring more and more dark themes until the final part, where Kyle acts out a scene of him shooting himself in the head. Many viewers were appalled and disgusted by the turn that the series had taken. In a subsequent upload, Kyle explained that the aim of the series was to comment on internet hate and suicide, though most maintained that he handled it poorly. And yes, it was completely staged. Wanna be friends? Just under a year ago now, something serious was impacting the lives of smaller YouTubers. Comments began appearing on videos from different accounts, but the common denominator between all of them was how all of them would ask the question, "Wanna be friends?" If someone interacted with this comment, their channel would be hacked soon after, likely by exploiting things such as SMS two-factor authentication. This problem was widespread and had some very destructive consequences. Thinking about it now, it bears a striking resemblance to the I Love You virus of 2000. After all, networking is seen as an essential part of growing your channel on YouTube, so seeing someone with a seemingly sizable following made it obvious, especially to younger, less experienced YouTubers who don't know any better. There was also a much more bizarre variant that debuted around the same time, where a user would plaster a comment reading something like, "Find free sex at sex.com" or something like that. It happened on one of my videos, but when I went back to check it, it wasn't there anymore. By now, this wormhole has basically been closed by YouTube, thankfully. Taya777. Have you ever been recommended a lone song upload on YouTube at a convenient time when you aren't doing too much? Was the music from a video game? If so, it may have been from the channel Taya777. The actual channel isn't important, but the uploads it houses have created an interesting phenomenon here on YouTube, particularly in its upload of the song Stickerbush Symphony from the game Donkey Kong Country 2: Diddy's Conquest. If you look at the comments, it's littered in comments with people telling their emotional stories from their life. Often they include themes of depression, divorce, suicide, and the like. But all of them have the commonality in that they begin with the word checkpoint, as if to symbolize that the comment section is a save point like that of a video game, with people saving their life up to that point by immortalizing their current self in a comment. It remains a save state of who they were at that point in time. The interesting part is that the video's title is actually in Japanese, making it hard for non-Japanese people to search for it, making it so that you would have to have it recommended to you for you to see the video. I think the idea of a bunch of people giving their life stories in one comment section, so hard to get to through YouTube, is an interesting concept and something of a modern spiritual successor to Neutral Response, which I mentioned in part 1. My theory as to why this video received this treatment over others is simply in both the unique title and the fact that it's an upload of the song Stickerbush Symphony, an incredibly popular song from a very popular Super Nintendo game. Just the song itself fills me with this melancholy, almost sad feeling that makes me reflect on a past now long gone, and review myself as a person. I left my own checkpoint on the video, so if you're ever at the right place at the right time, maybe you'll find it. "112 Dirtbag." On February 9th, 2004, Mara Murray went missing. Very little is known about the condition of her disappearance, and the case remains unsolved to this day. A YouTube user by the name of 112 Dirtbag began uploading videos around the 8th anniversary of Murray's disappearance. The name itself references the route Murray disappeared at, and how her father called those involved in the case dirtbags. These videos have an eerie, disconnected feel to them, the most popular of them being one where a man laughs for an entire minute until the text "Happy Anniversary" appears on screen. Due to the amount of clues that relate to the disappearance of Murray, it is speculated that these videos were created by the man who kidnapped her, presumably this man. Shortly after appearing, the channel was terminated, and some of the videos are lost today. But did he commit the crime? Well, things are rarely that simple. The likely explanation for these videos was that it was simply made by someone who wanted attention and views, and used the woman's disappearance as a means to achieve that. And admittedly, it did work, but he's not the true suspect, and the case still remains unsolved. Mariana Mortegard Glefskorv. This is a creepypasta centered on a YouTube video featuring a still image of a man with a red filter placed over it. The original upload is just a 20-second video of the man staring. The extended 2-minute original upload was similar, except it included really annoying sounds, and the last 2 seconds shows the man with weird eyebrows. The description of the video on YouTube claims that an employee at YouTube started screaming around 45 seconds of watching the extension. The story also states that 153 people gouged their eyes out and committed suicide after the original upload was uploaded. All of this is a bunch of BS, and none of this ever happened, unsurprisingly. Obey the Walrus. Obey the Walrus is a simple video online featuring a distorted version of the nursery rhyme The Itsy Bitsy Spider, along with trippy visuals including Andros from Star Fox and a disabled drag queen. The drag queen is actually a woman by the name of Sandy Crisp, who was stricken with polio at a young age. The description of the original upload states that a Spanish cult by the name of La Morsa, or the Walrus, created the video, but this claim has absolutely no backing. That's all there is to this. Honestly, I completely forgot about it when creating my original Iceberg, and going back, it's clear to see why. Damn it, boy. On June 26, 2017, a couple by the name of Mona Lisa Perez and Pedro Ruiz attempted to shoot a video for Ruiz's YouTube channel Damn It Boy, where they would have the former hold a hardcover encyclopedia to his chest while the latter fired a .50 caliber Desert Eagle to said book in hopes that it would stop the bullet. Allegedly, this had worked before when Pedro did it with another book. Unfortunately, this didn't work as predicted, and Ruiz died from the gunshot wound. Sadly, this not only left his girlfriend, but their 2 children without him in their life. Mr. Anime. I'm not sure how I missed this one. It was in my notes when writing the first video, and I think I included it on the Iceberg image, but I guess it must have slipped my mind. In September of 2006, the channel Lenscap Productions was created by Trey Sessler. Sessler had a passion for film and made short films for YouTube before delving into the then budding anime reviewing community, adopting the persona of Mr. Anime. However, mentally all was not well with Sessler. On March 20th, 2012, Sessler murdered his parents and brother in cold blood before ravaging their home, scribbling an apology letter on the walls. He then drove to his previous high school with intentions of opening fire on the pep rally, but decided against his initial plan and returned home, where he was arrested. Pioneers Productions. Randy Stair, otherwise known under the pseudonym Andrew Blaze, was a young man who had great aspirations and desired to make it big on YouTube. He originally started the channel Pioneers Productions in 2008, where he would upload comedy skits onto his channel, before discontinuing a series and creating a new channel titled Ember's Ghost Squad. The channel featured animations with characters based on Ember McLean from the cartoon Danny Phantom. The series served as an outlet for Stair as it shed light on many of the dark, disturbing beliefs and disillusions that he held. As his delusions grew worse, he came to the conclusion that if he were to murder others before murdering himself, he would too become a female ghost and become something similar to that of a character within the series he created. Near midnight on June 8th, Randy took his shotgun and murdered 3 of his co-workers at the Weiss supermarket that he worked at. The story of Randy Stair both manages to be a tragic fall of a man's sanity, while also being a comedic laughingstock. There's a few videos discussing him on YouTube already, so give them a watch for a deeper look at his story. Amos Yee. In 2015, a boy by the name of Amos Yee uploaded a video to YouTube in which he harshly criticized and berated the then recently passed Prime Minister of Singapore, Lee Kuan Yew. Due to the Prime Minister's great influence and benefit to Singapore as a whole, he was held in high regard, and the entire country didn't take too kindly to this video. In response to Amos Yee's vulgar comments, he was arrested and charged with intention of wounding the religious feelings of Christians, obscenity, and threatening, abusive, or insulting communication. However, his story exploded on YouTube, particularly among American skeptic YouTubers who advocated for Amos and wanted him to be able to express his opinion freely. He was found guilty in the court of law, but was bailed by his parents. He was let go, and Yi vowed to stop creating offensive content online. Despite this, he would then go on to make a video mocking the Muslim faith, with him mocking Muslims for following the Quran, licking it, and dry humping it. Unsurprisingly, he was arrested yet again, and sentenced to 6 years in jail. During the portion that he chose to spend at home, a reporter by the name of Melissa Chen visited his home and gave him documents outlining the process for him to seek political asylum in the US. By September 26, 2017, Amos was officially under asylum in the US, but of course, if this was where the story ended, it wouldn't have appeared in this video. After successfully attaining his asylum status, he began posting very suspicious content. Starting in November 2017, he began uploading videos in advocation for pedophilia, and attempted to defend the crime. He made the expected arguments, such as claiming that children can consent. They can't.
I feel that only at around the age of 4 are children perhaps able to consent to sexual acts.
As a result of these controversial or just flat out wrong views, Amos's platform began to erode as his different accounts began being shut down one by one, including a Discord server he hosted entitled The Ball Pit. In a twist that should surprise no one, he was arrested in October of 2020 for possession of the cheese pizza, after exchanging nude photos with a 14-year-old girl in Texas. The story of Amos Yee is incredibly interesting, how this dipshit, smug asshole, who sought for nothing more than the attention, was used as a means to spout opinions and beliefs by skeptic YouTubers. Inadvertently both mistreating and endorsing this twisted miscreant is all incredibly interesting to look at. A video by Watcher O'Brien details much of the Amos Yee saga, so you should check it out if you want to know the full story in detail. Monkey hate. There's a disturbing underground community here on YouTube. For a while, people would upload and watch videos of animals, particularly baby monkeys, being harmed, maimed, tortured, or otherwise slaughtered for the twisted amusement of those watching. The comments would actively encourage this content, often referring to the baby monkeys as vermin. Many comments are people fantasizing on how they would kill a baby monkey if given the chance. This is a pretty disturbing rabbit hole that exists on YouTube, but thankfully, much of it has been patched out by now. IDIGO. In 2006, a YouTube channel was created by a man by the name of Edward Robert Musacre, although most know him under his username IDIGO. The older man would post bizarre videos to his channel, often including him lip-syncing to songs. His video of him lip-syncing to the song Pretty Woman was even featured on the show Equals 3, hosted by Ray William Johnson, which undoubtedly gave him a lot of attention as Ray's channel was one of the biggest, if not the biggest at the time. However, the true identity of this man would soon become widely known. As it turns out, in the 80s, IDIGO committed sexual battery on a 14-year-old boy and was consequently charged with the crime. After his release, he was instructed to inform local police of his criminal history if he were to ever move, something that he did not do when he moved to Orangeburg, South Carolina. He then appeared on a television show in Orlando to discuss his past and how he didn't inform South Carolina police about it. After seeing this, police arrived to his home and confiscated his computer as it violated his probation. He was sentenced to 5 years in prison for violation of his probation and passed away during the sentence in October 2011. And that is part 2 of the YouTube Iceberg completed. Thank you so much for watching both of these videos. They were very difficult but very fun to make, and I'm proud that the first video stands as my most popular video as of the creation of this video. If you enjoyed these, consider sticking around my channel as I intend to create more content of a similar style and feel to these. There's still so much more underground, mysterious, or just dark things on YouTube and the internet in general that we can explore together. With that said, thanks again for watching till the end, and I'll see you in the next one.